GTTV is here for Halo 4. In Ancient Evil Awakens and Master Chief Returns, we've got exclusive new campaign gameplay on the planet Requiem. Plus, the verdict is in the GameTrailers review for the highly anticipated Borderlands 2. Daniel Kaiser and Combat Facts go behind the Riot Shield. Amanda talks to one moderately funny gamer and internet hero, Jesse Cox.
This is awesome.
And Hey Ash has a much-needed Diablo 3 intervention.
Booyah!
It's been years, Master Chief, but tonight, a hero awakens on GTTV.
Wake up, Chief. I need you.
Hey guys, I'm Jeff Keighley and welcome to an all-new GTTV right here on Spike. Tonight is all about the return of Master Chief in Halo 4, and I'm here with Kiki from 343 Industries to take us through some brand new stuff no one has seen before, the start of the game. So, yes. Master Chief reawakens, why?
Mission 1, Dawn, is sort of a prologue, prelude, I would say, to the rest of the campaign. Okay. And so it's that moment where Cortana needs to make a hard decision and wake Chief up because there are things happening around him that he needs to respond to. And he needs to get off that ship.
Let's get off that ship and eventually get down to Requiem, where a lot of the game will take place. But this is our first introduction. I think when you see the game for the first time, the thing that always struck me about it was the lighting and the tone and the storytelling. I mean, you guys, this is your first Halo game. Feels like you wanted to change the tone a little bit while still maintain sort of the amazing gameplay that fans have come to expect.
Yeah, it was really important for us, obviously, with Mission 1 to set a really distinct tone, particularly from a storytelling standpoint. Right? And so we wanted to set that mood and that atmosphere and set the expectation for the player that they're going to get a lot of story from the environment and from the visual design and from the audio. And we really wanted to amplify that moment of Chief waking up after being in cryo for 5 years, and that like slight disorientation, and the ship has been derelict and floating for 5 years and is a little bit of a mess.
You guys have said, this Ancient Evil Awakens in Halo 4. So the story of this game, I mean, Mission 1 obviously sets it up, but Cortana needs the Chief back because there's a new threat and he's the only one who can take him down?
Yeah, I mean, I think at that point what you understand is there is a threat. There's something not entirely understood happening with the ship. And then there's just a very immediate practical threat, which is the Covenant showing up. So I think there's both of those layers, and so you have this sense of very sort of urgency from the Covenant, and then this sort of foreboding of something else bigger is actually going on that obviously you'll learn more about in the game.
So I know that in previous Halo games had added in, a bubble shield, all these abilities and things like that. I mean, are we going to see sort of new tools or new ways Master Chief can be on the battlefield? Yep,
new weapons, new abilities, and I think most importantly, you're going to need new strategies, right, for dealing with the new enemy.
Prometheans, right? We saw a tease of those in E3, and once we get down to Requiem, we will be encountering them as well.
Yeah, you'll get a little deeper experience with them, certainly over the next few weeks.
When under fire, most soldiers run for cover. However, when it comes to mobile protection, the Riot Shield is always an option. Today, we ask the question, are clear polycarbonate Riot Shields as protective in real life as they are in games like Modern Warfare 3? We find out as Saber Ops brings us the combat facts.
David, tell us about our test today.
Well, what we were trying to show is how to maneuver with this Riot Shield and see if it's possible. And you guys were throwing stuff at me, vegetables, rocks, trying to get me.
How did the shield fare up under that?
It did great. I did not feel anything, even the heavier stuff, some of the harder vegetables y'all threw. There was nothing. And what's great about it is because it's clear, I could actually see them coming in and maneuver, so it's actually really pretty good.
In the video games, we see the characters sling it to their back or hold it in different ways. Is there a specific way that you're supposed to hold this Riot Shield?
Well, this is actually the specific way. As you see, my arm is in here, and I can, the handle is big enough for my left hand to come up and post it up. This also gives it free to do other things. And really, you can actually vary it whether you're left or right-handed. It doesn't really matter. I'd say the biggest trick for me was to constantly keep my body protected, because even in the games, you always have to move the shield toward the gun. That was probably the most tricky thing, is trying to stay out of your sights.
So staying squared up with the small projectiles, it did its purpose, right?
Oh, definitely.
So your movement was a little bit limited and it did well against the small projectiles, but then we put it to the test against some actual ammunition. How did it fare?
This is a Riot Shield, which is designed actually for the rocks and vegetables that we tested it on. It is not designed for ammo, and as you can see with our poor guy here, he's dead.
So there are versions of the shield that would hold up against gunfire, correct?
Oh yeah, there are actual bulletproof shields made of like Kevlar and other materials, but they're very heavy, very expensive, and almost like you're carrying a Humvee door around with you. It's pretty, a lot of times they're on wheels. It's pretty crazy.
Riot Shields are awfully popular in video games, so tell us right now, David, are they a combat fact or fiction?
I would call this a combat fiction.
All right, no shielding against it. We appreciate your insight very much. For more combat facts, you can head online to GameTrailers.com.
After the break, we dig into the campaign of Halo 4 with 343's Frank O'Connor. Plus, did Borderlands 2 take the leap? See what our editorial team thought in our GT review. And later, Ashley confronts Anthony about his Diablo 3 obsession.
We're trying to save your life.